Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Gazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Carrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for him, and has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's playoff football here on YourLiveEvent.com. Second weekend of playoff football here. We had 9-man last weekend. 11A starts this weekend with one of two matchups we'll have on YourLiveEvent.com as the number one ranked team in the state try to go for win number 22 consecutively, taking on the Carrington Cardinals. Again, the Kindred Vikings, the number one overall seed, the number one team in the state, 9-0. Carrington, the fourth seed from Region 2. They were 11 points away from being the one seed. We'll talk more about that with head coach Kyle Smith here a little bit later on in the pregame. But again, Kindred and Carrington on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martin's here with you. Max Bernier on the camera will be along here shortly. And let's get you through a little bit of a rundown of the bracket. Of course, this is the top game of the bracket. And as you'll hear in the coach's comments from Kindred head coach Eric Burgad, the table has been set. No, it's not Thanksgiving yet, but still a good time, good metaphor to welcome you into 11-man postseason football. As again, Kindred and Carrington go toe-to-toe today. Kindred and Carrington, top game of the bracket. They are the first game out of the chute as well. In fact, there's only one other game in the 1 o'clock hour, Langdon Area, Munich, and Oaks, the very bottom of the bracket. They'll go at 1:30. Langdon Area, Munich, the 6th seed, and Oaks, the 4 seed out of Region 2. Fourth best team out of Region 2. Langdon Area, Munich, 6th overall seed. Oaks out of Region 1, Langdon Area, Munich out of Region 2, your champions this year. They did something a little bit interesting this year in the fact that they ranked the top 8. Typically, they just rank the top 4, but this year ranking the top 8. And so Shiloh Christian is the number 8 seed. Ray Powers Lake, they are the next game of the bracket. So the winner of this game, Kindred Carrington, will take on the winner of Shiloh Ray Powers Lake. Then Central Cass Botno, that game as well in your live event. 2 o'clock kick, 1:30 pregame with Joe Lancello. Bishop Ryan Redeemers, Dickinson Trinity. Ryan's the 5 overall seed. By the way, Central Cass, the 4 overall seed. Number 2 overall seed, Velvet Drake Animus Garrison will take on Southern McLean. Number 7 overall seed, Harvey Wells County hosts Ellendale Edgeley Column in one of the marquee matchups of the day. And the 3rd overall seed, Killdeer, will take on Des Lacs Burlington. Those are your 16 teams, one of which will be the 2024 state champion, 2 of which will go to Dakota Bowl 32. As we'll get into the 9-man brackets and some other fun stuff a little bit later on here on the pregame. But coming up next, we'll hear from Kindred head coach Eric Burgad. A little bit later on, we caught up on the field just a little bit earlier with Kyle Smith from Carrington. So we'll hear from both head coaches. We'll have some more pregame comments coming up next. This is the pregame show as the Kindred Vikings host the Carrington Cardinals on YourLiveEvent.com.
If you're ready for a great meal, head over to West Main Pizza in Ada and Dilworth. They have a variety of pizzas like Supreme, Barbecue Chicken, The Reuben, Grandma G Sloppy Joe, BLT, Hawaiian, Vegetarian, and more. West Main Pizza also serves nachos and tacos, great pasta dishes, panini sandwiches, subs, and salads. West Main Pizza at 320 East Main Street in Ada and 111 15th Street Northeast in Dilworth. Check them out online at westmainpizza.net.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassiz Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassiz Precision Ag. You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassiz Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
It's playoff football time here in the state of North Dakota. Of course, last weekend, 9-man football got underway. This weekend, 11-man football starts with the 11-man A first-round contests. And, of course, we're geared up for the kickoff between Kindred and Carrington here on your live event, joined by the head coach of the Kindred Vikings and Eric Burgad. And, Eric, I know bumps and bruises and injuries like any other team, but got to be thrilled with how the regular season went down.
Yeah, for sure. And, just like other schools, other teams, you got injuries along the way, and we're missing a big factor for our team. And Jake Starcevic, he's out with his knee injury, but, other than that one, we're getting healthier by the day, healthier by the week. So we'll have Kylan back in the lineup this week. And, it's kind of a testament to our kids that we have so many of them who prepare in the off season to be able to play the duration of a regular season and, still be strong when the playoffs do roll around. So they're feeling strong. They're feeling fast. They're feeling ready. We're ready to get the postseason going.
Of course, you mentioned a big question mark there at the quarterback as Jake is out again for the start of the postseason. You'd hope to have him back by this point, but Gabe Whipple gets the call, and it's his first playoff start. Your thoughts on what you tell the youngster?
Just keep doing what he's doing. I mean, he's a very grounded kid, and we don't put the game plan on his shoulders necessarily. Alex does a really good job of just giving chunks of it to him and just using the weapons that we have. There's a lot of kids who can contribute on offense at the skill positions, but it's always going to come back to our offensive line play. Are we creating holes? Are we giving our quarterbacks enough time with our pass pro? So it's a total team effort. And, when Jake did go down, you can't replace what Jake does ever. He's a very special player. He's a different type of player. And so we said it's just going to take more from all of us, from coaches, from players, and everybody's got to step up to fill that void the best we can.
Of course, it's not the greatest thing, again, not having Jake, but it's also maybe an advantage because, Carrington doesn't have as much of an ability to see what Gabe has done throughout the regular season. Of course, Gabe's had some games under center with Jake's absence, but talk about kind of the strategy of it all and trying to work around new players.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree with you in saying it's an advantage. There's less sample size of what Gabe's done on film, and it's out there now, so they have an idea of what we're doing with him and how it differs from what we're doing with Jake, and it doesn't play into it too much. We talk to our kids just about executing our game plan, and it's really hard to try to predict what other teams are going to do. You got a good idea of how they handle certain offenses that they see throughout the regular season, how they align to different formations. So you have an idea of what you're going to get, but again, it's postseason. Teams are fighting to stay alive. So you got to be prepared for everything, and our kids are doing a nice job of that now.
Of course, it's nice, as you mentioned, to have Kylan Swenson back in the lineup there at running back, and I think Carrington knows that everybody knows that you guys are going to try to run the ball. You've rushed for over 2,000 yards this season, so got to be a good feeling to know that at least that aspect of the game is there and ready to go.
Yeah, Kylan provides a different element, just like of speed, of explosion, of quickness, and we got two running backs, 4 kids who carry the ball out of the backfield between him and Tyson and Brock and Miles Steelgis and Sawyer Hess. I think that was 5 there, but what Kylan does is certainly special, and we feel more comfortable when he's in the lineup just because he's such a competitor, such a tough kid. He's hard to bring down, and There's times throughout the season, there's plenty of examples of it where it feels like, hey, you know, that gap's pretty small, but he hits a full speed and, you know, he squirts out of there and ends up ripping a touchdown. So his big play ability is makes you feel good as a coach having him in the lineup, no doubt.
You face a Carrington squad that is certainly faced some similar challenges with injuries and that sort of thing. But they're a quality team and knocked off a Langdon squad earlier this season. Your thoughts on the Cardinals?
They look really well coached, and they look really explosive on offense. I think in their last 4 games, I think they're scoring 33 points a game. They have some really good speed on the edges at the wide receiver position and in the backfield too. Their running back and their quarterback are both really good ball carriers, and they have that same ability that their kids are fast enough, their kids are skilled enough that if you screw up a coverage or if you screw up a run fit, you know, they got the ability to take it to the house. So we're trying to be as sharp as we can throughout practice this week and just talk about the strengths of what they do and their abilities. And the kids are starting to hone in on it, and hopefully they feel comfortable on Saturday with everything that they see.
No, playoff football, those fundamentals, those little things mean a heck of a lot more than maybe in the regular season. Your thoughts on some of the other keys that you guys need to do right in order to come away with a win?
Yeah, and you kind of learn about that just from past experiences and playoff losses. And, you know, you're able to reflect on other seasons and similar situations. Like you just can't get ahead of yourself. You get so caught up in your scheme and your opponent, and it's always going to come back to your technique and your fundamentals. So we try to refresh each other as coaches on that once the postseason starts, and just doing a good job of self-scouting, you know, like where are we strong now and where can we improve and build off all that. Because yeah, you said it, it's fun, it's a fundamental football game, and if you can't do the little things right, it doesn't matter, you know, how much film you watch, how well your kids prepare for it. You got to be able to execute it, and you execute it with technique, physicality, speed, all those things. So that's where we're trying to keep the focus.
We talk a lot with coaches. I talk a lot with coaches, at least, about you know, the kids stepping up, the kids being leaders, and maybe the coaches even learning a thing or two from the kids. As you look back on the first 9 games of the year and kind of a bookmark point of the season, what do you feel like maybe you've learned from the kids, or that the students, the athletes, have learned the most in these first 9 weeks?
I've learned that our kids can handle a lot. And I think it's, you know, part of it's that they've spent so much time in our program, but they played a lot of big games last season too. So it feels like a luxury as a coach to, you know, to put something on a board on a Monday and say, hey, we ran this last year against this team, or we ran this last year against that team, whatever it is. And, you know, the kids have some familiarity with it. They know how to execute it, and then you can step on the field and you don't have to spend a half hour teaching it. You know, it comes pretty quick. So our kids are fantastic learners. They put the time in throughout the week. They come in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings. They watch their practice film and they watch the opponent film. So I think just their buy-in with it all, and knowing that you're going to feel a lot better, you're going to feel a lot faster on Saturdays if you do the work up front. And they're good players. They're good students of the game.
Erica, another chance to get an opportunity to play in front of the home fans. Always a great feeling to know that you open up the postseason on your home turf.
Yeah, it is. It's important. You know, it's not something that we necessarily talk about with the kids. I think they know, like, you got to win out in the regular season, and you got to knock off as many region opponents as you can to get that home field. But dang, it is nice. I mean, I remember it feels like the norm now. The last couple seasons we've had home field, but you know, my first couple years in Kindred, like, you're just praying that you didn't have to match up against St. Mary's in that first round and go on the road, or match up with Langdon on the road, because that travel's tough. Playing on those other fields is tough. So you got to take care of business in the regular season, and fortunately, we're able to do that. And now we can enjoy the home crowd, and it's a fun deal. It's a special deal. Not every team gets to do it, so we don't take it for granted at all, and we really look forward to it.
Eric, anything else you want to mention here on the pregame?
Oh, thanks for having me on. Again, we just look forward to a sunny afternoon, Saturday in Kindred, table set. It's not much better than this.
Love the analogy there. Table set, ready to go. It's the first kickoff of the day with the rest of the game starting 1:30 to 2:30. But we start things off with, again, number 1 Kindred taking on Carrington. Should be a great contest. Kindred head coach Eric Burgad joining us on our pregame coaches comments. Eric, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, James.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
I'm PJ Rund, and I live in Mission Court in Ada, Minnesota. Here, there are a lot of people like it here. Well, what could be better?
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators, and there's always some activities around here.
You can't help but like it here. That's what I say.
Life is full of surprises, and at Bickett Insurance Agency of Carrington, they're here to protect what matters most to you. Bickett Insurance is your local auto owner's insurance agency, offering home, auto, business, crop, health, or life insurance with personalized solutions tailored to your needs and budget. With over 20 years of experience, trust Bickett Insurance Agency to provide you with peace of mind. Let's ensure your future is secure with Bickett Insurance Agency services, serving Foster and Stutzman counties and throughout the state of North Dakota. Bickett Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agency, protecting what matters most.
It's playoff football time here in the state of North Dakota.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
On our pregame coaches' comments ahead of this 11A first-round playoff contest between the Kindred Vikings and the Carrington Cardinals, joined by Carrington head football coach Kyle Smith. And Coach found a way to get through the season and to get into the playoffs, although you got to be a little bit disappointed in the fact that you're 11 points away from flipping the 4 seed into a 1 seed.
Yeah, exactly. Disappointing, but at the same time, we're in the playoffs, and we knew going into the season that there was a lot of parity in our region, especially among the top 4 teams. Unfortunately, we went 1-2 against those guys and ended up with the 4 seed, but probably the toughest things, we came out with a few injuries in the last game, but the kids are focused, they're ready to go, and if you're going to win a state championship, it probably goes through Kindred, so why not take them on the first round?
You mentioned injuries. Of course, our Greg Grenz, the voice of the Cardinals on your live event, informing me that Corbin Clifton is going to be out for the rest of the year. That's certainly a big loss. Anybody else that's out? You mentioned injuries, and how's it going to affect today?
Yeah, Corbin's a big loss. He's an all-state kid last year, big linebacker presence, running back presence, so we certainly miss him. His brother Gabe got injured last game. He's out for this game. He was his backup, and So we're down to linebacker number 5. We had a couple linemen get dinged up that didn't practice all week, but they're going to try and go today. So it's playoff time. We're not the only team that's banged up. We just got to tough it up and see what we can do.
Of course, one nice thing that you still have, you got your quarterback in Bickett, who's been a dual threat for you all season long, running the ball, throwing the ball well. I imagine he's going to be the focal point for today.
Yeah, he is, and he's a good decision maker, so we can drop him back, and he typically makes good decisions, whether to throw it, run it, throw it away, whatever. And just had an awesome season. He's had 1,400 yards passing and another 600 rushing, and he's responsible for 27 of our touchdowns. So our offense certainly runs through Josh.
Of course, I've heard from so many people that outside of Kindred and Carrington that are saying, man, James, this game's going to be a blowout. It's going to be over quickly. You're going to have to think of some fun things to say in the second half. I'm sure those comments have gone to your kids as well. How do you tune that out and keep them focused and keep them motivated?
We're relishing the underdog role. We can come out, play loose. We did it once before. We went up to Langdon as a big underdog and beat them. So we had that same mentality in practice this week. And our goal is to keep the game tight as long as possible. You keep it tight late. They start to feel the noose, tighten, and they start to play tight. So our goal is to keep the game close and hopefully win a low-scoring game because it gets up into the 30s and 40s. Their defense is just too good to win a game like that. But so we'll try and keep the score low, and we'll give it our best shot.
You mentioned their defense, of course, that outstanding line led by Luke Starcevic. I imagine some of the focus on the line is going to be towards him today.
Absolutely, he's a big kid and not very old, but he's a force on the line, and so we look at different things to try and contain him or at least slow him down or read him if we have to. But he's not all they got either. They're tough in the linebacker spot. Their D-backs are good, so we're going to have to try and get creative and try and move the chains against them.
On the containing the offense for Kindred on that side, Kylan Swenson's back, so that's a big gain for Kindred, but they're without Jake Starcevic once again, bringing in Whipple as the quarterback. Imagine that maybe change some things for your defensive scheme.
Watching Whipple, he's pretty dangerous too. He's a good runner. He can throw the ball adequately. I know Starcevic's an all-state kid, but they seem to be playing well even without him. But our scheme is the same. We know we got to tackle well. We got to keep guys in front of us and prevent big plays if we're going to stay in the game.
Kyle, no matter how you got here, you earned a postseason bid. You and your guys earned a postseason bid. Looking back at the 9 weeks of the regular season, where do you assess your team and kind of what stands out and how you got here?
Well, I think you said it best. We're 10 points away from being 9-0, and we've lost a couple tough games, so it's time to win a close game. But I'm really pleased with how we play. I think, if Clifton's healthy all year, things might be different. He was playing injured most of the year and finally just couldn't take it anymore. But that's been a big blow, obviously. But really happy with how the kids have responded when he's not on the field. Although we'd love to have him, the kids have rallied around him and are really playing for Corbin.
Kyle, anything else you want to mention here on the pregame?
No, just appreciate you guys covering the game. I'm hoping we can give the fans a good game, something they can talk about for a long time.
Kyle Smith, head coach for the Carrington Cardinals, joining us here in our coach's pregame comments. Kyle, thanks for the time. Best of luck today.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
We love our pets, accidents and messes included. Shaw Floor's Pet Perfect Carpet helps you love confidently with protection from everyday messes and odors. Designed with the whole family in mind, Pet Perfect features built-in protection from staining, fading, and pet hair. Make tails wag with Shaw Floor's Pet Perfect. Designed for you, perfect for your pet.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Back here on the pregame, thanks to both head coaches Eric Bergat from Kindred and Kyle Smith from Carrington for joining us here on our pregame conversations. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera here this afternoon. 11-man playoff football gets going here on your live event. You can see the Carrington Cardinals over on the right-hand side of your screen. They're in the white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon helmets, maroon pants as well, the Cardinal logo. And let's swivel on over as well to the Kindred side. Thanks, Max. And, of course, Kindred's wearing the blue jerseys, the white numbers, blue helmets, and the blue numbers on those helmets as well. Beautiful day here in Kindred once again for some football. Let's get a little bit closer look here at closer down to the field. See those Kindred Vikings. Again, number one ranked team in the state. Number one team there at 9-0. Some pregame comments here. We'll get those here in just a little bit. It's the first meeting between these two teams since 2018. Carrington won that one 20-0. Last postseason matchup was in 2011 in the state quarterfinals. Kindred won that one 32-8. Go back to the Carrington Cardinals here as we get to our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grow our own. CrystalSugar.com. We'll go with the offense for the Carrington Cardinals. A quarterback, senior number 2, Josh Bickett. At running back, it's McCade Zink, junior number 7. And also at a running back, junior number 10, Tate Walski. Tight end is Ryder Bickett, number 16, a senior. Wide receivers, it's number 12, junior Maddox McAloney. And Peyton Harrington, a junior number 6. On the line at center, it's Ethan Roller, a senior number 55. At the guard spots, Cody Otto, a junior number 52, and Alec Threadgold. Alec is a, quite find the number here, a sophomore, number 54. And then at the tackles, Andrew Mott. Mott is a, don't see him on my my roster there. My apologies. And then Jacob Heinrichs as well. So the starters for Carrington. Starters here now. Again, these starting lineups presented by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower owned. CrystalSugar.com. We'll go with the starting defense there for the Vikings. Starting on defense at the nose tackle, number 67, Ethan Fornshell. Defensive end, number 50, Lincoln Swenson. Defensive end, number 72, Luke Starcevic. Linebackers, number 54, Miles Stroh. Linebacker, number 27, Tyson Johnson. Number 55, Tannen Johnson. And number 5, Hunter Bindus. Corner spot, number 2, Brooks Bacco. And the safeties, number 21, Kylan Swenson. And number 4, Isaac Spellhog. Those are the starters there for the Kindred Vikings. Coaches for Carrington, Kyle Smith, assisted by Matt Hone, Todd Bickett, Walker Carr, and Chad Bickett. And for the Kindred Vikings, they're coached by Eric Burgad, assisted by Brad Ambrosius, Nick Eggman, Nate Safe, Joe Harder, Ryan Sunram, and Alex Starcevic. Those are your American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower owned. CrystalSugar.com. We'll step away here for the national anthem. We'll come back for the opening kickoff. It's Kindred Carrington on yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Back for the kickoff here on YourLiveEvent.com. You see Jerlo Field here. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera. Again, the Kindred Vikings without Jake Starsvik, but they get Kylan Swenson back. We'll wait to see them on offense a little bit later on. Josh Bicken and company for Carrington will get the kickoff here to start this contest, start this postseason contest. But their top two running backs, as Kyle Smith, the head coach, mentioned, they are out today. So it'll be interesting to see what the offense looks like out of the chute. Our officials for today's contest: referees Jeff Bukestad, the umpire Wayne Grippentrog, headlinesman Brett Lambrecht, line judge David Thompson, and the back judge Lance Erlin. Your officials for today's contest. Again, the Kindred Vikings in the blue jerseys, kicking right to left. There's the big man, Andrew Haley, the 5'9", 220-pound senior, about set to kick it off here. The sun is shining, the temperature is rising, and the tension and intrigue, oh yeah, that's there too here on YourLiveEvent.com. Playoff football is, for 11-man at least, about to get underway. Haley kicks it away. We're underway here on YourLiveEvent.com. That's hauled in there by Peyton Harrington. Harrington gets wrapped down there just beyond the 10-yard line. And so, again, Josh Bickett, the senior quarterback, and the Carrington Cardinals will go to work. Here on YourLiveEvent.com, Hunter Bendis on the stop there for the Cardinals as they'll get things going on their 13-yard line. So tough way to start out here for Bickett. Again, that dual threat quarterback. He's done very well. 62% pass completion, 1,452 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 picks. As Harrington gets the call here, first and foremost, gets a couple of yards there on the play. And we'll go for 3. Brings up a 2nd and 7. Again, for Bickett, a threat on the ground as well. 102 carries, 662 yards with 10 rushing touchdowns, just 1 fumble. 2nd and 7 here. The Cardinals in those white and maroon jerseys going left to right. As in the backfield, there is McCade Zink. Again, they're out their backups as both Clifton brothers are out with injuries. There's an inside handoff to Harrington. He goes up the middle. Not much room to work with. There's a host of Vikings. Get him down for a loss of a yard. So it'll be a 3rd and 8 coming up here. Already our first 3rd down of the contest for a pair of teams that really like to run the ball. Kindred just over 2,000 yards rushing this season. Carrington 100 yards and change under 2,000 this season. On this 3rd and 8 from their own 15. Bickett back to pass out of the backfield. Got Zink. Zink trying to stutter step his way for some yards, and great containment there by the Viking defense. No gain on the play. And it'll bring up a 4th and 8. Well, they'll give him a yard to the 16. 4th and 7. So our first punt here of the contest. And a 3 and out coming here as Baco standing back at the Carrington 35. There's a snap, and the punt is off cleanly there by Justin Hone. It takes the Cardinal bounce, and it's going to be returned by Baco to the 45, to the 40, and he's helped out of bounds at the 35. So Kindred will take over. 1st and 10, 9:46 to go here in this opening quarter at the Carrington 35-yard line. Great starting field position there for Gabe Whipple. It is first start there for the Kindred Vikings. And it's going to I formation here under Whipple. Takes the snap. It's an inside handoff. Nice start. 4 yards and a cloud of dust there for Tyson Johnson. Johnson again with a gain of 4. Brings up a 2nd and 6.5. 2nd and a long 6 there for the Vikings. Two right, one receiver left here. Man in motion. Whipple takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Barely touched. Goodbye, almost. Yes, he's there. Kylan Swenson gets the call, 31 yards to the house. And just like that, the Vikings take the early lead. On Kylan Swenson's 31-yard rushing touchdown. And for Swenson here this season, that's his 10th touchdown of the year. It's Andrew Haley on for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it's easy does it. For the Kindred Vikings, 2 plays in about 47 seconds. The Vikings have the lead in this opening quarter, 7-0 on YourLiveEvent.com. At Guard Dental Center, dentistry is about people first. They're proud to offer exceptional care to Carrington and the surrounding areas. Meet Dr. Gar and Dr. Sam and their dedicated team of dental professionals. Gar Dental is your home for dental implants, along with a wide variety of services, including guided biofilm therapy. Their experienced dental team is here to ensure you smile with confidence. Visit them at gardental.com or call 701-652-2300 to schedule an appointment today.
See you soon.
7-0 Kindred with the lead over Carrington on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera here. As after a 3 and out for Carrington, Kindred does what Kindred does. 2 plays, 47 yards, or 47 seconds, 35 yards. Kylan Swenson, 31-yard rushing touchdown, and an extra point by Andrew Haley, and make it that 7-0 score. Haley back to give a little pooch kick, and oh boy, that's going to go out of bounds. That's a gift for the Cardinals. They got to take advantage here as they'll spot the ball. I believe at the 35. And so, again, that's a gift for Carrington after they had their first possession start at their own 12. $8:59 remaining here in this opening quarter. First round contest, 11-man A. And it actually went out at the 37. So Carrington's gonna get the extra benefit there of where it went out. So Bickett and company back out for their second series with just a handful of yards on their first time around. There's a handoff to Zink, and he goes nowhere. Haley and company in on the stop. And so that'll make it a second and long. They'll send it back to the 35, so it's a 2nd and 12. Zink and Harrington with a couple of carries here. That's actually Zink's first carry of the game. He did get a reception. 2 to the right here, 1 to the left on a 2nd and 12, and we get our first penalty of the game. Well, our first procedural penalty of the game. 2nd total with that kickoff out of bounds. And it's going to go against Carrington. A 5-yard penalty there sends him back to the 30. And so 2nd and long becomes a 2nd and longer. 2nd and 17 on their own 37. Nothing Kindred here in this opening quarter. First round contest. As Bickett back to pass out of the backfield. He's got his man and immediately tackled there. Great pursuit by Tannen Johnson, the junior there for Kindred. As it's loss of a yard there to the 29. 3rd down here for Bickett and the Cardinals. Why Carrington had great field position after the miscue by Carrington. Got to find a way to come up with something here. Bickett back to pass, just a 3-man rush for Kindred. Bickett stays alive long enough to lose 4 yards. Sack on the play there for the Vikings. Johnson with another. And it's a 4th and forever here for Carrington. On the loss back to the 25. So it's going to be our 2nd straight 3-and-out for Carrington, and we get an injured player as Cody Otto has to head to the sideline. And so the Cardinals will come back here trailing 7-0, and they'll have to punt it away again. As Ryder Bickett back out to punt it for the Cardinals. A couple of Vikings back to receive. Bickett, nice little punt there. Fair catch called at their own 45. That's Miles Thiel just hauls it in. And so Kindred gets it back. 6:32 remaining here in the opening quarter. Their average, that's going to the 46 on the left hash side. Sun is coming out, beautiful weather here in Kindred, especially this late in the year. As Whipple and company go for their 2nd drive of the game. The first one lasted just 2 plays, 47 seconds, ending in the end zone. Here's Kylan Swenson with the carry. Down that left hash side, across midfield to the 49. It's a pickup of 5 more, and it's 2nd and 5. Wolski on the stop there for the Cardinals. Let's try out of the field there. Here's Sawyer Hess for this deep Kindred squad. Of course, I do believe Kindred and Central Cass will both move up a class next year. So as the Vikings try to win their 22nd straight game and try to get their 2nd straight state title, it starts here at Jerlo Field. On a 2nd and 5, Whipple, handoff. Swenson again, he's wrapped up there, and Swenson's extra effort's going to give him the first down. Should be enough anyway. Maybe a half-yard shy. Well, they're going to say a full yard shy up to the 45, so a gain of 4 more for Swenson. It's a 3rd and 1. Kylan Swenson just scoring his 10th rushing touchdown of the season. Swenson, 717 yards. Of course, he was banged up a little bit this year, as he was last year. And 10 touchdowns, and he's approaching, he's got 40 yards today, so 757 yards for all the games this season. Averaging 75.7 a game right now. Handoff, Swenson. A big hole opens up, sidesteps a Cardinal, and tiptoes his way across the 30 at about the 28. Kylan Swenson going to work here early, as they will spot the ball again at the 28. Pick up here of 17 for Swenson. By the way, that was first third down faced by Kindred here today. And so fresh set of downs. Whipple, handoff. Swenson again, wrapped up from behind, though, or that's actually Brock Johnson. Brock Johnson on the carry, wrapped up there by Alec Threadgold. So Brock Johnson's first carry of the game, I do believe, up to the 23, a gain of 5. And brings up a 2nd and 5. Good movement here so far by the Vikings. 2 right, 1 left here. 4 runs on this second drive. Whipple rolling out to his right. Back to passes. First completion of the game goes to Brooks Bacco, and he gets past the defender and scores. Touchdown, Brooks Bacco. 23-yard receiving touchdown. Whipple, his first postseason touchdown pass on his first pass of the game. 10 yards after the catch, after started at the 23. So again, Whipple to Bacco for 23 yards. And Haley out to attempt the extra point. Snap spot, pooch kick is up, and that is true. 14-0, Kindred up quickly. Not a good recipe for success for the Cardinals. We'll see if they can muster something on their third offensive possession when we come back. Again, Kindred 14, Carrington 0.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Getting to be a picture-perfect day, at least sky-wise. A little bit chilly, but not too bad for late October. About a picture-perfect day so far for the Kindred Vikings. 2 offensive possessions, 2 touchdowns, 2 defensive possessions. They forced 2 3-and-outs as Carrington trying to get something together here. Andrew Haley kicked it out of bounds the last time. We'll see what he does this time around. He's going to kick it nice and straight and deep. And Harrington is back inside his own 5, at the 4 to the 10 to the 15, and that's where he'll stay. Swenson in on the stop, as well as Hunter Bendis. And so that'll go down to the 16-yard line with 3:38 to go here in this opening quarter. Carrington's average starting field position, that's the 22-yard line. But inflated by Haley's kick out of bounds, send him at the 37. A little reverse action there, and it goes for a little bit as Tate Wolski will get the official carry on that one. He'll get a couple. No first downs yet today for Carrington, as Wolski takes it to the 18. Josh Pickett, 2 for 2 for 0 yards. And the rest of the team, they have 3 total yards of offense. Of course, they have a couple of penalties as well. That's a false start, sending them back. Actually, counting the sack there from in the last drive for Carrington, they have negative yards of offense. That penalty sends them back to the 13. Again, it's their second penalty of the game. 2 penalties, 5 yards each for a total of 10. Makes it a 2nd and 13 on their own 13. 3 right, none left here for Bickett and the Cardinals. Takes the snap, screen pass out to Harrington at the 10, takes it to the 15 and out of bounds at the 16. So he gets 3. And it'll be a 3rd and long. First catch of the game there for Harrington. Actually give him a little bit more. Mark it down at the 18. So give him 5 on that one. 3rd and a short 9. Nothing short about 9 yards, though, against this Kindred defense. Bickett takes the snap, rolling to his left, a toss to Harrington. Boy, Carrington just can't get much going right now. Kindred's defensive line has been excellent fundamentally, and not a lot of gaps for Carrington to exploit. Harrington does get a catch of 2 yards. Out to the 20. 4th and 6 here. And punt unit comes out again. Theolgis and Baco once again back to receive the punt from Ryder Bickett. And Bickett's punt goes right into the breadbasket of Baco to the 45, to the 40, 35, those long legs to the 30. Look out, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's in again. Brooks Baco on a punt return touchdown, about 45 yards. Brooks Baco having a great game so far. Again, about a 45-yard punt return touchdown for Baco. And Andrew Haley going to kick an extra point again. 55, the official mark. I think I had it on the other 45. So, yep, 55 yards for Baco as Haley. Snap, spot, kick is straight up into the air and got it. 3 for 3. So the Kindred Vikings showing you why they're the #1 team in the state. Carrington's a good team. Don't knock them, but they've got a tough battle ahead. They're down 21-0, 1:58 to go in this opening quarter. Your live event.
At Hefty Seed Company, we believe every great harvest starts with the right seeds. You can trust Hefty Seeds for the quality and performance that every farm needs. With over 50 years of innovation, they provide the highest quality seed varieties tailored for your soil. And with 13 locations in North Dakota and more opening every year, Hefty Seed helps you grow what matters most. Hefty Seed of New Rockford is right off of Highway 281. Call 701-947-2360. Visit heftyseed.com for more information. Hefty Seed Company. Agronomy answers yield.
21-0 here on your live event. James Martins and Max Bernier on the camera here. This evening, or this afternoon, I'm used to saying evening, so. Haley going to kick it off here once again. As Carrington has not been able to advance the ball. And other than Haley's kicks out of bounds, past their own 37. So Haley, the only 2 penalties they've got. So that should place the ball there at the 35. And with 1:58 remaining here in this opening quarter. And Brooks Baco a receiving touchdown and a punt return touchdown. Kylan Swenson a rushing touchdown as well. Carrington still looking for their first down of the game. 0 for 3 on 3rd downs here so far today. Bickett takes the snap, rolls to his right, toss out of the backfield, tackled immediately. Theolgis in on the stop, and on the catch was Tate Wolski. Wolski will get a couple out to 37. That'll be a 2nd and 8. Wolski's his first catch of the game. He had a run for 2 as well. Kyle Smith, of course, on the pregame, saying he wanted to keep it low for as long as possible. Now he's got to play a little bit of catch-up here. The only time you want to play catch-up against this Kindred Vikings is if it's on a hot dog. Bickett to his left, toss out of the backfield, good separation. That's the best play of the game by far for Carrington. As Ryder Bickett with a big catch. I believe his second catch of the game, out to the 50, a gain of 13, and a first down of the game for Carrington. And so the Cardinals break the huddle here with 50 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Bickett and company looking to capitalize. Bickett back to pass and tossed it there. It goes out of bounds to Wolski. Out to the 44. Gain of 6. So Bickett and company starting to get things going here. Wolski 2 catches on this drive for 8 yards. Bickett that big one for 13. Could be the last play here of the opening quarter. Clock stop at 36 seconds. On the 2nd and 4. Handoff, little reverse again to Wolski. Goes up the gut, and he's close, but he won't get enough. It'll be a 3rd and short here. Wolski takes it to the 42. Gain of 2 on the play for Wolski. A couple of carries down for 4 yards. We'll see if Carrington, they don't have to snap it here. We may just go to the second quarter. We are going to go to the second quarter here on yourliveevent.com. Kindred gets off to a fast start, 21-0. But Carrington's moving the ball nicely. Second quarter coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Second quarter here on yourliveevent.com. James Martins, Max Bernier, as the Kindred Vikings and the Carrington Cardinals go toe-to-toe here in this first round playoff contest. A first quarter belonging squarely to Kindred, but Carrington has come up with some big plays. A little bit later in the first half. So here we go, on that right side hash. A 3rd and 1 for the Cardinals. Shift the line just a little bit as Drew Mott goes in motion. Josh Bickett on a 3rd and 1. It's going to be a handoff, and look at that. Luke Starcevic read it perfectly as Zink had nowhere to go. Loss of, loss of 3 to the 45. 4th and a long 4. Got to go for it. Down 21-0. And so they will do just that here. Bickett back to pass. Trying to go up into the pocket. Nice throw for a first down. 4th down completion there. As Maddox McCloney gets the reception there out to the 35. Gain of 10. It's Carrington keeps moving. McCloney's first catch of the game. And fresh set of downs there for the Cardinals. As Bickett, hand off. We get a flag. As it was going there to Ryder Bickett. As we get holding on the Cardinals, and that's a drive killer right there. Their third penalty of the game. As that'll move the ball back to the 45, looks like. And that's indeed where it'll go. So it's a 1st and 20 here now. Exactly what you don't want to do after some great momentum going there for Carrington. Bickett here on this drive, 4 for 4 for 31 yards and a couple of key first downs. Play number 7 of the drive here coming up that started with 1:58 to go in the second quarter. 2 left here, none right for Bickett and company on a 1st and long. Bickett back to pass off the 4-man rush and intercepted. Misread the route there as falling down after the pick was Hunter Bendis. And by the way, as interceptions, I do believe, statistically speaking, are counted as incompletions. That's the first one thrown by Bickett today. And the first interception as well. So Kindred takes over with 10:15 remaining in the half at their own 40. And a little misread the route there. I think he was intending it for Ryder Bickett. Incomplete. Well, incomplete from Bickett, and threw it right to Bendis for the interception. High formation Whipple, look out, trucking ahead with a big carry, Tyson Johnson. Just like that, that kills all the momentum that Carrington had on that drive up to the 47-yard line, pickup of 13 and a first down. Johnson 2 carries, 27 yards. Kylan Swenson 4 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown. Brooks Baco, the only reception of the game for 23. Baco with the punt return touchdown of 55 yards as well. 2 left, none right here for Whipple. Swenson in the backfield with him. Whipple takes the snap, a handoff to Swenson. Swenson stutter stepping his way to the 40, to the 35. Stiff arms a couple of guys to the 29. A gain of 18 there for Swenson. And we'll send it to the 28, actually. Give him 19. The carry. So he had 40 yards in his first 3 carries. Swenson 36 in his last 2. 76 yards already and a touchdown for the standout senior. Whipple takes the snap, pass. Baco on a screen to the 25 and carries a couple of Cardinals with him out to the 20. Tackle there by McAloney and Chase Ova. Or excuse me, 85, not 585, Hayden Hoggle. Out to the 20, again to the 21. So a catch of 7 there for Baco. 2 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown there for Brooks Baco. In this one as the clock goes down, 8:36 to go here in this opening half. 2nd and 3 on the Carrington 21. Whipple. Or no, excuse me, this is Miles Thiel just on the Wildcat. Out across the 15. So first down there for Kindred once again. Kindred, I believe, has faced just 1 third down this entire game. So again, Thiel just on the quarterback keeper. I'll say the runner, the direct snap, Wildcat, that's what we want to call it there. 6 yards there for Thielgis. And back in the red zone there. As Whipple back under center, and then I formation. It's a handoff to Swenson, finding the gaps inside the 10, down towards the 5. And they'll mark it down here at the looks like the 7-yard line. So a gain of 8 there for Swenson. And a 2nd and 2. Whipple taking his time here. This guy's on the doorstep of their 4th touchdown of the game. Inside handoff. Trying to yank his way. He's close, but not quite there for Tannen Johnson. There, yes, it is a touchdown. A little bit of a late call, but Tyson Johnson in the end zone. 7-yard rush for Tyson Johnson, 27. Well, should be. We had a call of a touchdown. And no touchdown, I guess. So mark it down to the 1. So a gain of 6 for Tyson Johnson. As a first down, but no touchdown. It was pretty close. We'll see if they do the same thing here or they give it to somebody else here on a 1st and goal at the 1. Johnson is in at the fullback. Whipple and then Swenson dotting the I. Carrington looking for it. It is an inside handoff to Johnson, and he will fall forward for the touchdown. Johnson just wanted an extra run. How about that? So we'll call it a 1-yard rushing touchdown for Tyson Johnson instead of a 7-yard rushing touchdown. 27-0 Kindred. Already making their fans think about next weekend's plans of another game. It's Andrew Haley on to kick the extra point. Snap spot. Kick is up, and it's good again. 4 for 4 for the extra points for Haley. And Kindred 28, Carrington 0 here in the first round 11A playoff contest on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
6:49 remaining here in the opening half on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera. Score updates, we'll get those to you here after the kickoff. A few 9-man games in action, just 2 11-man games. As Langdon and Oaks were set to kick off about 7-8 minutes ago at 1:30. Andrew Haley has kicked 2 kickoffs out of bounds. He's not going to do that this time. So he hits it straight on to Harrington, to the 10, to the 15, trying to cut up the field to the 20. Oh, and Harrington nearly had a shot there, but a great tackle there by Sawyer Hess. Score updates there for you. New Rockford, Cheyenne, Blanken, North Prairie, 22-0. North Prairie, last year's state champion. Cavalier looking for the upset. They lead North Border 20-8 halfway through the second quarter. Both those scores halfway through the second quarter, by the way. Early in the second quarter, Lamar Litchfield Marion taking control of Hankinson 24-7. And Griggs Dakota, they're in the postseason for the first time in nearly 20 years. They're facing Weimar Ledgerwood. That game just kicked off there in Cooperstown. Bickett and company, not too far down Highway 200. And Carrington, nice toss out of the backfield towards Ryder Bickett, but couldn't get it there. And so it'll be a 2nd and 10. Again, Carrington starting this drive at their own 24. The first true incompletion of the game for Josh Bickett. He had found each of his own men the first 8 times he threw it, and then found a Viking the 9th time. So 8 of 10, Bickett has thrown for 38 yards. After that last drive, got a couple of first downs. Out of the backfield, Oh, my goodness. Look out. That's Tyson Johnson putting the lick on Peyton Harrington from Carrington. Out to the 21, a loss of 3 for Harrington. And so it'll be a 3rd and long. 3rd and 13. Halfway through this second quarter. 3 punts and a pick for Carrington. 3 touchdowns on offense and 1 on special teams for Kindred. Pickett takes the snap up the middle, sidesteps a man. His first designed run of the game up to the 26. Gain of 5. 4th and long. And we're going to get another punt here. Looks like. Again, really just bad timing and just unfortunate results for Kyle Smith's Carrington Cardinal squad. Again, you go back and 10 points separate them from the number 1 seed. They lost to Botno by 7. Botno's playing Central Cass. They lost to Harvey Wills County by 1 in overtime. The Hornets got EEK at home. And then they did beat Langdon. But Langdon kind of shot themselves in the foot in that game. There's the punt. That's a boomer. And it takes a Cardinal roll all the way down to about the 13-yard line. That's a net punt. If I'm doing the quick math here of, about 61 yards. Actually, I think it might be longer than that because this one, or no, it is about a 61, yeah. On the 13. My goodness. That was the best play of the day for a Carrington Cardinal, that 61-yard punt. I think the wind carried that one a little bit. Max Bernier even saying, where'd that one come from? Kindred, their worst starting field position of the day, as that's a true flip of the field. Kindred will take over with 4:55 to go in this opening half. They're on 13. Screen pass and a great tackle there for Wolski. Hess's first grab of the day. And Wolski comes in and says, or Ryder Bickett, excuse me, that's Ryder Bickett comes in and says, not today, buddy. As no gain on the play. Actually a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 on the 12. So it's Whipple's first completion for negative yards. As Hess again gets his first catch of the game. Carrington trying to put themselves in good position here as Swenson gets the call, spins out of it, and oh my goodness, Kylan Swenson turned that nothing into something down the sideline. 35-40, 45-50, 45 cuts up the field of the 40, still going to the 35, and another backbreaker there on the far side of the field. The Carrington defense is Kylan Swenson. Over 100 yards rushing and a touchdown here in this game. Flips the field again. And we get an official is down. I don't know if the official got run over or what, but we're going to step away here for a little bit. The official's getting attended to. It's 28-0 Kindred with the lead over Carrington. They're marching down the field again. We'll be back in a little bit.
This winter, transform your home into a cozy retreat with Larson Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. From stylish heat and glow fireplaces that bring warmth and elegance to top-of-the-line Amana furnaces backed by a 10-year parts warranty for peace of mind. Need accessibility? They specialize in walk-in tubs for safety and comfort in your bathroom. Trust Larson Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Carrington for all your heating and plumbing needs. Call today for a free estimate, 701-652-5695.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
Official is helped up and looks to be okay. I think it's that left knee. That's a little bit gimpy. So, again, staying up here in the press box, football is a violent, dangerous sport at times, and even for the officials, it can be that way. And so, of course, he's walking around on it now. You see him kind of at the right there near the top of your screen, kind of walking down the 50-yard line, trying to test out that knee. Of course, it's very nice when you have a physical therapist as a coach. In Carrington's case, there's Kyle Smith. And so as they got a trainer out there as well, a couple of trainers. So, yeah, it is that left knee getting helped off the field. Good to see some cooperation, and, of course, they brought the cart around. So, he is going to be out of the game, I would say. And the I'll play on for now with 4 officials, I do believe. So, 1st and 10 at the Carrington 35. Whipple back to pass, got his man over the middle of the field. Touchdown, Kindred. Hunter Bendis, meaning business. And Kindred is up 34-0. Gabe Whipple has been calm, cool, and collective in his first postseason start. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes, one to Baco and the other to Bendis. Whipple 4 for 4, as that extra point is good as well. 4 for 4 for Whipple for 74 yards and a pair of touchdowns. All Kindred here. 3:41 to go in the opening half. 35-0 over Carrington.
Roadrunner Auto Tech Center wishes the Kindred Vikings football players, coaches, and staff the best of luck in the postseason. Let the crew at Roadrunner Auto Tech Center service your vehicle and keep it rolling down the road for miles to come. They have pride in their work, and it shows being in business for 26 years. Call 701-428-9953 to schedule your appointment or stop in and talk with Jeff, Dave, Mike, and Tammy at Roadrunner Auto Tech Center in Kindred.
35-0. Kindred Vikings leading the Carrington Cardinals on YourLiveEvent.com. 11A postseason first round. Kindred, a very convincing start to their 2024 postseason campaign. The winner of this contest gets the winner of Shiloh Christian, I believe Ray Powers Lake. So by the looks of it, Kindred will be hosting one of those two teams here in the quarterfinals next week. Fielded at the 20 to the 25 to the 30 and fumble, and Kindred's on top of it. And they're going to say Carrington ball. That's the initial indication. Looked like Kindred got on top of it, but a fumble out to the 31. On the initial carry there was Jacob Beauchamps, and he fumbles. It looked like Kindred got on top of it, but Carrington must have got down to the bottom of the pile. And so Carrington with 3.5 to go here in this opening half will take over on their own 31. So Josh Bicken and company still out there trying to make something happen, at least get on the scoreboard here. Get an inside handoff, bouncing to the outside, out to the 29. That's Harrington. Harrington with a loss of 2, and the running game just has not gone anywhere so far today for Carrington. Harrington, 3 carries for 0 yards. On the ground, Carrington is just a mustard 7 yards so far today. Both teams course all 3 of their timeouts. As Pickett, 3 receivers to the right. It's quarterback keeper, fakes it out. He's got a man down the field. Ryder Pickett was open on the fake out there. A little bit of a variant of an option as Josh Pickett looking to get to Ryder, and Ryder didn't quite get to the spot. Otherwise, he would have been gone, and that would have been touchdown Carrington. 3rd and 12 at the 29 after completing his first 8 passes. Josh Pickett's 0 for 3 and an interception after completing his first 8 for 38 yards. Outside of that drive with a couple of first downs, that 3rd drive of the game for Carrington, or that, 4th drive of the game for Carrington, they've had no first downs here tonight, or this afternoon. As we get a timeout here, our first timeout of the game called by Carrington. 2:47 to go here in the opening half. Kindred up big on the Cardinals. Coming out of this Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more information, go online, kindredstatebank.com. 35-0. Kindred Vikings up on the Carrington Cardinals. Vikings right now smooth sailing at Jurlo Field on their voyage to a championship. Trying to get their 2nd in a row. There's a pass out of the backfield. Ooh, there's a big hit. Laid out there by Hunter Bendis on the catch there by Wolski. And 2.5 remaining here in the opening half. Brings up a 4th and long. Goes out to the 24. 4th and 17. As Pickett's toss for a loss of 5 there to Wolski. As looking to go all out here. High snap. Did he get it off? Might have been chipped a little bit, but he does get a good punt off. Fresh off a 61-yarder. That one goes to the 41. On the punt by Bickett, 41 of Kindred, by the way, a net of 35 yards that time around. And so Kindred will take over. $1:53 to go here on the clock at their own 41. Kindred has not punted yet in this game outside of an interception thrown by Bickett. Carrington has only punted today. So, tale of 2 sides here as the Vikings with the 35-0 lead. Maybe the last drive before the half. Handoff. Gain of 3. There for Tyson Johnson. Out to the 44. Tyson Johnson with a touchdown today. Kylan Swenson with a touchdown. Brooks Baco with 2 touchdowns. Hunter Bendis with a touchdown as well. Baco and Bendis with a receiving touchdown. Johnson and Swenson with a rushing touchdown. And Baco with a punt return touchdown as well. 2nd and 7 on their own 44. Whipple hands off. Swenson, he's upended. As no gain there, loss of a yard maybe. That's a big stop there for Drew Mott. And the Cardinals, it's a loss of a yard. We get a timeout called. And by the way, that's Swenson's first negative yardage of the game. Looks like Kindred called the timeout there. 1:08 to go here in the opening half. Out of this Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout. From banking to insurance, the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. More information at kindredstatebank.com. More games going to be starting here in just a little bit with 2 o'clock kickoffs, especially for 11A. 9-man scores here for you, mainly one-sided. New Rockford, Cheyenne, Maddock. They're blowing out last year's state champion North Prairie, 38-0. Cavalier hanging on to that upset bid late in the first half, leading North Border 20-8. Lamar Litchell Marion up big on Hankinson 38-13 halfway through the second quarter. Grigsby Dakota, Wyndmere Lidgerwood tied at 8. Late in the first quarter, Titans with the ball. 11A, no report yet for Lincoln area, Moore, Munich, and Oaks. A lot of more games going to get started here soon. Velva Garrison, Drake Animus, Southern McLean, Kilder DLB, Central Cass Botno, Shiloh, Ray Powers Lake, Harvey Wells County, EEK all get started at 2 o'clock. Last game, Ryan and Trinity, starts at 2:30. On a 3rd and 8 at their own 43. Takes the snap, back to pass, pressure coming, gets rid of it in time. Is it a catch? It is a catch at the 45 of Carrington. And Brooks Baca with another good catch there. And a first down. And Whipple back to pass again. Got Baco again. Tripped up there. Out at the 33. So a gain of 12 there, and before that, a gain of 12. Back 12-yard gains for Brooks Baco. Baco 4 catches today for 54 yards and a touchdown. First and 10 there at the Carrington 33, 44 seconds to go. Looks like Baco did get out of bounds to stop the clock there. Whipple out of the backfield. Brock Johnson with the catch. He's got some speed, headed towards the end zone. There is a flag. This one might be coming back, as it is holding on the Vikings. Yep, there's a big hole on that far side. So get 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Brock Johnson was looking for his first touchdown of the game. That one will come back. 36.1 of the clock here. Again, it's been all Kindred in this first half, 35-0. As they'll move this ball to the 37. So it's a loss of 4 on the penalty. Makes it here a 1st and 14 on the Carrington 37. 2 right, 1 left here for Whipple and Kylan Swenson back into the backfield for the Vikings. Moving over to the right-hand side, Whipple trying to get around his guys and chucks it out of bounds. Walski was there for the pressure. It's incomplete. That's Whipple's first incompletion of the day, by the way. Completed his first 6 passes, 6 for 7 for 78 yards and a pair of touchdowns. So 2nd and 14 there with the clock stop at 30.1. Vikings, again, still half of football left to be played, but poised to have another home contest next week against either Shiloh or Ray Powers Lake. As Whipple gets out of the backfield, believe that's Bendis. Bendis, easy breezy, almost lemon squeezy as he hits the pylon. Down at the 1. Maybe the 2. Got him down to the 2, so that's a big catch of 35. By the way, that was Bendis' yardage on the touchdown, 35. So and they're going to say he stayed in bounds, so the clock keeps moving. 1st and goal at the 2. Whipple, handoff, Swenson, easy does it. Touchdown, Kylan Swenson. And Swenson with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his 11th of the season. Makes it 41-0. Kindred. Haley trying to go 6 for 6. We get a player coming off there for the Vikings, Tate Miller. Senior will go off to the sideline, and in his place will come out in Tannen Johnson. So Haley looking to go 6 for 6 on the extra points, and he does just that. $42-0. We'll keep it here with 9 seconds to go in this opening half. Kindred Vikings on a roll here. Already their sights set on the dome, but of course they got to finish off this one, and then they've got 2 more after that. Likely here at Jerlo Field before heading north and slightly east to the Dome. Again, a lot of 9-man scores coming through here. By the way, another 11A update. Langton area, Munich leading Oaks 8-7. A minute to go in the first quarter. Rockford Cheyenne, North Prairie at the half, 38-0. Cavalier blowing it open against North Border. They're leading big at the half, near the half, 28-8. Morlitcho Marion still leading Hankinson 38-13. Hankinson with the ball, 5 minutes left in the half, and Greg Smith-Coda has a 16-8 lead for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Just started the second quarter. By the way, the Titans are at any Griggs County Co-op. They have never made it past the quarterfinals in the postseason for football. With a win, they would go to the quarterfinals. Haley on the kickoff there, a little squibber. And the 3rd time that has gone out of bounds. That's about the only things that Kindred has not done well today. Everything else, pretty near perfect for these Kindred Vikings. Outside of 1 possession, Carrington hasn't been able to get much going on offense. Less than 10 yards rushing total for Carrington. Some nice passing by Josh Pickett. He's found some guys, especially on that 4th possession. We'll see what they do here. Ball spotted at the 39. Could be enough for one, should be good enough for one play here. Deep shell defense by Kindred. 3-man rush. Pickett just on a screen. Out to the right-hand side, 40-45. Dragged down at midfield, and that should do it. After a toss of 11. A toss of 10 as McEloney picks up the last catch of the opening half. A half that has gone pretty entirely to Kindred. The Vikings lead the Cardinals 42-10 at half on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
If you're ready for a great meal, head over to West Main Pizza in Ada and Dilworth. They have a variety of pizzas like Supreme, Barbecue Chicken, The Reuben, Grandma G's Sloppy Joe, BLT, Hawaiian, Vegetarian, and more. West Main Pizza also serves nachos and tacos, great pasta dishes, panini sandwiches, subs, and salads. West Main Pizza at 320 East Main Street in Ada and 111 15th Street Northeast in Dilworth. Check them out online at westmainpizza.net.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassi Precision Ag. You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Halftime here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera here this afternoon. 42-0. See the Kindred coaches kibitzing there at the sideline. All good things, I'm sure, as Kindred 6 touchdowns. Carrington none so far here in this contest. Boy, it's been Kindred pretty much the whole way. Carrington got the ball, 3 and out, and then just needed 2 offensive plays to get a touchdown here, 31 yards. Kylan Swenson, extra point. Andrew Haley was good, and that pretty much started things rolling. Carrington punt. Brooks Bacco, 23-yard receiving touchdown, extra point. Makes 14-0 Kindred. Another Carrington punt, and then a punt return touchdown, 55 yards by Bacco. Extra point good, 21-0. An interception from Josh Bickett to Hunter Bendis led to a 1-yard rushing touchdown for Tyson Johnson. Extra point good. 28-0 Kindred. Another 61-yard punt. That was one of the best plays of the first half for Carrington. 61-yard punt by Ryder Bickett. Kindred took it down the field in 4 plays. Hunter Bendis, 35-yard receiving touchdown. And then after another punt for Carrington, Kylan Swenson, 2-yard rushing touchdown, his second of the day. Made it this 42-0 score at the end of the half. In his first start, varsity quarterback, the junior, first playoff start for Gabe Whipple. Junior threw 7 of 8, 123 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Kylan Swenson on the ground, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Other stats here for the Vikings. Brock Johnson, a carry for 5. Tyson Johnson, 5 carries for 27, and the touchdown. And Miles Seal, just a carry for 6. So total rushing yards, that's 175 total rushing yards there for Kindred in the first half. And then, again, 123 passing yards. Doing the quick math, that gets you to 298 yards of total offense in the first half for the Kindred Vikings. Just the only penalties Kindred has committed outside of 1 holding. The only other penalties they've committed were kicks out of bounds by Andrew Haley on the kickoffs. That's been about the only bright spot field position-wise for Carrington, at least on the offensive side of things. Josh Bickett, 10 of 13, 43 yards and an interception in that first half. That interception came on their best drive, their 4th drive. Carrington has only gotten past play number 3 once on any drive here to start the game. Some rushing totals. Let's see here. Tate Walski has got 4 yards. Josh Bickett, 5 yards. McCade Zink, -2. And let's see here. Peyton Harrington with 0 yards rushing on 3 carries. So the rushing tally here so far is just 7 yards. 7 yards of rushing all day for Carrington. 43 yards passing, 50 yards of total offense. 298 to 50 is the count there. Ryder Bickett a catch for 13. And Maddox McAloney 2 catches for 20. Harrington with 3 catches for 4 yards. Zink 2 catches for -2. And Walski 3 catches for 3 yards. So again, 50 yards total offense for Carrington. A few penalties in the first half, but a tough task. I think just bad timing. There's some teams that are good teams, just have bad timing with injuries when your 2 top running backs are out and you're on your 5th linebacker, as Kyle Smith said in the pregame coach's comments. You're going to have a tough time sledding against the number 1 team, especially Kylan Swenson coming back. Gabe Whipple looks more than capable to run the offense, as confirmed by Eric Burghead in the pregame show, with Jake Starsvik set to come back sometime this postseason. They were hoping today. Will likely be maybe next week. And so again of the half, the Kindred Vikings lead the Carrington Cardinals 42-0. Pretty one-sided first half. We'll see if the Cardinals can at least get on the scoreboard here in the second half, as more games are kicking off here on one game additionally on your live event, Central Cass Potno. Getting underway here as well. Underway currently, Lemoore, Litchfield Marion, and Hankinson will give you that scoreline and several others when we come back on the half. Kindred 42, Carrington 0 in this 11-man first-round playoff contest.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
I'm PJ Rund, and I live in Mission Court in Ada, Minnesota. Here, there are a lot of people like it here. Well, what could be better?
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators, and there's always some activities around here.
You can't help but like it here. That's what I say.
Life is full of surprises, and at Bickett Insurance Agency of Carrington, they're here to protect what matters most to you. Bickett Insurance is your local auto owner's insurance agency, offering home, auto, business, crop, health, or life insurance with personalized solutions tailored to your needs and budget. With over 20 years of experience, trust Bickett Insurance Agency to provide you with peace of mind. Let's ensure your future is secure with Bickett Insurance Agency services, serving Foster and Stutzman counties and throughout the state of North Dakota. Bickett Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agency, protecting what matters most.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Halftime on yourliveevent.com. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera here this afternoon. 42-0. As you see up there, the Carrington Cardinals warming up, trying to get something going here in the second half. Meanwhile, over there on the left-hand side, the Kindred Vikings look poised to go to the quarterfinals. Once again, get some score updates here for you from around 11A and 9B. We'll start with 11A scores here. Langdon area had more Munich in a tight one with Oaks 8-7. Start of the second quarter, Oaks with the ball. Killdeer up within the first 3 minutes of the game. Kindred already up on DLB 7-0. And not to be outdone, Velvet Garrison, Drake Catamoose, 1 minute into the game. They already have an 8-0 lead over Southern McLean. Central Cass, Botno, Harvey Wells County, EEK, and Shiloh Ray Powers Lake should be underway here by now. 9-man scores, New Rockford Cheyenne, Blanken North Prairie, 38-0. The Rockets, I should say New Rockford Cheyenne, Maddock. Rockets, Blanken North Prairie, 38-0. North Prairie, last year's state champion. Lamore Litchfield up big on Hankinson, 46-13. A minute to go in the first half. Hankinson with the ball. Cavalier, this will be the biggest upset of the day so far. They lead North Border 28-8 at the half. And Griggs Dakota, early in the second, they lead Weimar Lidgewood, and they have the ball 16-14. Also, West Hope Newburgh Glenburn, halfway through the first quarter, already an 18-0 lead on Alexander. And late in the first quarter, no score yet between Linton HMB, Strasburg Zeeland, and South Border. Game still yet to get underway. Grant County Flasher, Central McLean, just no report, but should be underway. South Prairie Max, MLS, Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood should be underway here momentarily. So your score updates there at halftime. In this one, though, in favor of the Kindred Vikings, 42-0. Looks like they have I don't know if it's the same official or if it's a backup official there. I'm guessing it's the backup official there, as we had an official go down here as well in the first half due to an injury. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for the second half between Kindred and Carrington next on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
We love our pets, accidents and messes included. Shaw Floor's Pet Perfect Carpet helps you love confidently with protection from everyday messes and odors. Designed with the whole family in mind, Pet Perfect features built-in protection from staining, fading, and pet hair. Make tails wag with Shaw Floor's Pet Perfect. Designed for you, perfect for your pet.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Second half about to get underway here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Barnes, Max Bernier on the camera here. And for the first time today, Carrington's going to have a kickoff. Ryder Bickett ready with a 61-yard punt today. We'll send it back towards Kindred's returners as Clayton Altoff, one of the returners back there to receive. I'm not exactly sure the other one is out there as the ball fell off the tee. So Bickett will come back and get it. I think that's... It was Bickett to kick it. Nice knuckler there, and that takes a bounce, and look out. Gets on top of it there. This might have been an onside kick there. Altoff recovers the live ball, and well, Kindred will get things going here. Start the second half, started at their own 22-yard line. As we get a new quarterback out here for Kindred. Looks like, I think that's Miles Thiel just out there for the Vikings. Thiel just on a handoff up the middle. Nice work there across the 30. It's a first down. And Althoff keeps it going for the first down. So again, fresh set of players out here for the Vikings. As that goes out to the 34, a gain of 12 for Althoff. And so it'll be 2nd and 10 out there as well for the Vikings. Jack McDonald out there on the receiving end. There on the near side. Isaac Spellhog out there on the far side. It's back to pass. Steele just finds Spellhog and makes a man miss. Makes two. Midfield. Across the 45 to the 44. Isaac Spellhog's first catch of the game. And the first toss from Thielges for a gain of 22. As they're into Carrington territory. And Spellhog, gain of 22. Thielges, quarterback. Thielges, inside handoff again, up the middle. Good work up the ladder there for Althoff again. This game we have running clock here in the second half. Running clock does extend to the postseason. Up to the 37. Gain of 7 for Althoff. 2nd and 3. One to the right and one to the left here. Thielges back to pass. Looking. Good time, but he is brought down eventually. First sack of the game for Carrington. Alec Threadgold got there, and he'll make it a 2nd and long. Out to midfield. Drew Mott was in their initial contact for Threadgold. Finished the job. Ball will be at the 49. Again, 3rd and 15 now at the Carrington 49. So first sack of the game for Carrington. Kindred defense with 1 sack on Bickett as well. First 3rd and long today for Kindred. Thielges, little bobbled snap, and he lost it, and Kindred's on top of it. And Threadgold gets on top of it. Threadgold's a great couple of plays. And so with that, Carrington will take over the first real miscue of the game, especially on offense. A fumble, a little miscommunication between Thielges and I believe Althoff. Miscommunication on who was supposed to get the ball and got knocked out. Threadgold recovered. And with that, Carrington's got the ball. Their first possession of the second half, 9:16 to go. And the first time they've been in Kindred territory all game. Bickett launched it to Bickett, overthrown him again. Ryder Bickett's been open twice in that same route, and he's been just short both times, just overthrown there for Josh Bickett. As again, the ball spotted at the 43 of Kindred. In the first time, 42 of Kindred, rather. First time Carrington has been in the Kindred territory today. As Bickett now 10 of 14, 43 yards and a pick. With the running clock going, 8:35 to go here in the contest, or in the 3rd quarter. See? As Bickett rolling to his left, got options, still looking, toss it down the field towards Ryder Bickett, overthrows him again. 3rd time those two have not been able to quite connect here today, and that's the 3rd straight incompletion for Bickett as well, or the second straight incompletion for Bickett. 3rd and 10. Ball on the Kindred 43, of course, 4-down territory. That being a 42-0 score line. Carrington at least trying to get on the scoreboard. As Bickett, back to pass, on a 3-step drop, stepping up a little bit, pressure coming, got to get rid of it, sends it down the field, got a man wide open, touchdown Carrington. Absolutely wide open there for Maddox McAloney. 43 yards. And Carrington won't be shut out here today. So again, Bickett had 43 yards in the entire first half. He has 43 yards on that play. So 86 yards in the game as Harrington will come on to kick the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up. It's blocked. It's a little low and blocked. So 43-yard touchdown reception for Maddox McAloney. Extra point is no good and makes it 42-6. The Kindred Vikings hold the lead over the Carrington Cardinals here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
42-6, 6:43 to go here in the third quarter. As Bickett finds McAloney for Carrington's first touchdown of the game. Extra point is blocked. So the Cardinals won't be shut out here today. Softens the blow at least a little bit, taking that fumble and turning it into points. By the way, only 2 turnovers today, 1 for each side. That fumble and the interception thrown by Bickett both turned into touchdowns on the ensuing offensive possession. So again, Bickett will kick it off. A little poocher out towards Althoff. He'll take it at the 11 to the 15 to the 20, up the middle to the 25, and that's where he stalled. Runs into the Cardinal wall there. Kindred takes over. At, again, their own 25. With the 36-point advantage. Second unit, again, still in there. Some of the guys in there now on the line. Sophomore Trevor Olson is in there as well. Looks like junior Lincoln Swenson still out there. As Althoff keeps turning the legs up to about the 29. Gain of 4. Second and 6 there for the Vikings, again on their way to their 22nd straight win. Last time they lost was to Central Cass in the quarterfinals a couple of years ago. If the seeding goes the way it is seeded out, the Vikings and the Squirrels would meet in the semifinals this year. The spot at the Dome on the way. Handoff up the middle, Althoff again. And so he's got 4 carries here now for about 30 yards as that one goes to the 32. And a 3 makes it 3rd and 3. 5.5 remaining here in this third quarter. And Kindred, barring a incredible comeback for Carrington, will be hosting a quarterfinal game next week against either South Prairie Max or Ray Powers Lake. That game being played, or excuse me, Shiloh Christian or Ray Powers Lake. That game being played at Shiloh. Quarterback keeper for Theologist, he's got the first down. and continues to move out towards the 40. That's, again, a first down there for Kindred. They can knock down some more clock here. Gain of 8 for number 8, Theolgis. He had a carry for 6 back in the first half, so 2 carries, 14 yards for the backup quarterback in Theolgis. And Spellhaug and McDonald, the receivers out there on this second unit. Handoff falls off, and he goes nowhere. Tackle for a loss. Good pursuit there by the Carrington defense. Second and long. As the ball goes back to the 37. Loss of 3. Roltoff. Threadgold is having an incredible second half so far. Half a sack, fumble recovery, tackle for a loss there. As we get towards 75% done with this contest. Theolgis, handoff, faults off, trying to get back to the 40 at least, and he is sent backwards. Not sure if he gained a yard or 2. And they say he'll gain 1 or none. Inches, gain inches. Staying at 37. Stays 3rd and 12. Still keeping a good tempo here, Kindred is. Here in the third quarter. As Thiel just back to pass and nicely hauled in there. Out across the 40 by Fisher Johnson. But far away from a first down. So for the first time today, Kindred's going to punt the ball away. As the goes out to the 42. Toss of 5 there to Fisher Johnson. 4th and a short 8. As on to punt for Kindred, this is Tanner Mengi. And he's going to get the punt up almost straight up into the air. And that goes out at the 41 of Kindred. So a net punt of -1. Actually, they're going to give him to the 42. So a net punt of 0. So Carrington takes over. And so Carrington gets it back here again. Chance to try and add some more points. 2.5 to go here in the third. At the Kindred 42. Bobbled snap. And there's a connection between Bickett and Bickett out to the 30. Gain of 12. After not connecting 3 times. Josh Bickett to Ryder Bickett. They'll spot it there at the 30, just a little bit inside. Actually, they'll go to the 29. So give it 13 yards for Ryder Bickett. He's got 2 catches for 26 yards. That 43-yard bomb went to McAloney. By the way, he's got 3 catches. Leading receiver, 3 catches for 63 yards. 2 to the left here, 1 to the right. Bickett back to pass over the middle, finds his guy. Out to the 15. That's Grady Idlin, the first catch of the game. Out to the 15 again, a gain of 14. So again, Idlin picks up 14. And after throwing incompletions in 5 of his 7 passes, including the first 2 of the second half in that stretch, Bickett's thrown each of his last 3 for 70 yards. Bickett back to pass. Chased out of the pocket, Althoff getting in pressure. Finds Wolski and a touchdown, Carrington. Things getting interesting here at Jurlo Field. A 14-yard touchdown pass from Bickett there to Wolski. Or say 15-yard reception to Wolski. Going for two here after the extra point was blocked. Harrington on the design run. He's in for the two-point conversion. Just like that, it's 42-14. Carrington making things interesting here. We'll keep it here as we're late in the third quarter. 27.5 seconds to go. And well, went from Bickett 13 to Ryder Bickett, 14 to Idland, and then 15 for the touchdown to Wolski. And just like that, Carrington scored 14 unanswered. With a quarter left to go, and back inside of that 30-point threshold. Again, got to play the game. Got to finish it out. Crazier things have happened as Ryder Bickett set to kick it off here. Bickett, ooh, this one might be going out. It stays in at the 15 to the 20 to the 25. Althoff with another return. And Kindred will have one play here, barring a penalty or another stoppage. They'll have one more play here in the third quarter before we head to the fourth. And this one, once again, going to be spotted at the 25-yard line. And still out with that second unit. A punt for 0 and a fumble so far for this second offensive unit there for the Vikings. It'll be a handoff. And nice cut there for Althoff. He gets to the 30. Althoff's been the bell cow here this second unit. Running behind guys like Andrew Haley, the senior, Kelby Erdman, senior, still out there for the Vikings. And a gain of 5 to the 30. It's a 2nd and 5 when we start the fourth quarter. Kindred, a big 42-0 halftime lead, but Carrington was the only scorer here in the third quarter. See what happens in the fourth in your live event.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
To the fourth quarter we go here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera. The Kindred Vikings scored the only points in the first half, but here's the interesting thing. They have now, Carrington has now scored the most points against Kindred this season. The previous most was 13. Thompson scored 13 there in the regular season. And so a 2nd and 5 on their own 30. 1 quarter left to go. Crazier things have happened. Let's see what Carrington can rifle off here, see if they can at least add a couple more touchdowns, close the gap. 2nd and 5, and that's a good start to the fourth quarter there. Cody Otto says, oh no, you don't. And it'll be 3rd and long. That one tackled for a loss to the 27. Leave Althoff again, the carrier. So 11.5 remaining here in regulation. The Carrington Cardinals fighting well against this top-ranked Kindred Viking squad. Leif Thiel just still out there at quarterback for the Vikings. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Althoff. That's 15, excuse me. Asher Swenson with the carry and a big first down for the Vikings. Out to the 37, a gain of 10 for Asher Swenson. And again, the 298 yards of total offense for Kindred in the first half, 175 of which came on the ground. So they're marching towards 400 yards of total offense here. Steelgis, quarterback keeper, cuts up the field to the 40 and near another first down across the 45. And it's going to be a first down. Got right to the 47, so back-to-back 10-yard carries there for Kindred. It was, again, Steelgis on the design. With every carry, he's increased 2 yards. First carry went for 6, second carry went for 8, and the last carry went for 10 for Steelgis. So 3 carries for 24 yards for Steelgis in this one, and a fresh set of downs. There's a snap, handoff, Swenson. Swenson the younger again. Asher Swenson out to the 49, a gain of 2. Second and 8. Or second and 8.5. Under 10 minutes to go here at Gerlo Field, and Kindred with the Vikings up 42-14. Trying to close the door on the Carrington Cardinals season. Of course, the Cardinals 10 points away from 9-0 instead of finishing 6-3. If all those results would have gone in their favor, they would have been the one hosting Oaks. Handoff, Swenson up the middle. We get a flag as well. We'll stop the clock there at 9:19. And it should be against Kindred. It is holding. We'll send him back there 10 yards from the spot of the foul here. So that'll should take them back to their own 39. And that is indeed where it goes. 39.5. I believe that's just the second penalty today against Kindred outside of the kicks out of bounds. Both holding. So 2nd and 18, almost a benefit for the Vikings as they get another play to run time off the clock. As they're already 25% of the way through this fourth and final quarter of regulation. Thiel just takes the snap, running to his left, and he'll stay in bounds out across the 40. And so he'll get to the 42. Pickup of 3 for Thealgis. And so that makes it a 3rd and 15. Need the Carrington 43 for a first down. I'll continue to let this clock go down here. They can get it inside of 8 minutes. Here after this play, should be able to. Or an incompletion. Thealgis, the gun, and we get a delay game. So I'll back him up a few more yards. They go out to the 37. So back-to-back, 2 penalties here on this set of downs. And so we'll run that clock. We will run that clock down inside of 8 minutes. 8 minutes remaining here in regulation. It's Thealgis. Snap it at 8. Handoff. Swenson. Asher Swenson gets to the 42. For a gain of 5. And punt will be coming here. So the ball will go back to Carrington. But Kindred was able to take 5 minutes off this clock. And punting there for the Cardinals, Brooks Bacco. His first punt of the game. As we get a timeout for Carrington. 42-14, 7:17 remaining here in regulation. The Vikings look to be on their way towards the 11A quarterfinals. At Gar Dental Center, dentistry is about people first. They're proud to offer exceptional care to Carrington and the surrounding areas. Meet Dr. Gar and Dr. Sam and their dedicated team of dental professionals. Gar Dental is your home for dental implants, along with a wide variety of services, including guided biofilm therapy. Their experienced dental team is here to ensure you smile with confidence. Visit them at gardental.com or call 701-652-2300 to schedule an appointment today.
See you soon.
Coming out of this Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout, punt unit comes on, and Brooks Bacco is back out there to punt his first punt of the game after backup hit it for 0, and that's a boomer, and it goes down. It's a touchback. So a net punt there. So we'll go back to the 20 net punt of 38 yards for Bacco. So Carrington will take over. First and 10 at their own 20. And with 7:08 remaining here in regulation. Just the third drive for the Cardinals here in the second half. 6 drive total after 12 drives in the first half. Of course, the running clock definitely factors into that as Bickett directing traffic out there, 2 right, 2 left. Man in motion comes Harrington with 1 on the play clock. They get it off. Toss to Ryder Bickett. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. In the first half, Bickett threw for 43 yards. In this second half, Bickett has thrown for 85. So he has gotten over 120 yards, a couple of touchdowns and a pick, which is about what he averages. Averages 2 touchdowns and a pick about per game. Of course, you got to be well above average. Take down this Kindred Viking squad. And it's going to be too little too late, looks like, for the Cardinals, but they keep flying out there and trying to get some points on the board. There's a pitch out to Ryder Bickett, and he's going to lose big time. Nice rally to the ball there, Hunter Bindus and company. It was down at the 15, loss of 5. Harrington, I believe, was on the carry there that time. -5 rushing yards for Harrington today. 6.5 remaining here in regulation. 2 right, or 2 left, none right here for Bickett. Man in motion comes Harrington. And a roll. It finds Zink. And that gets it down to the 22, looks like. 4th down. Halfway through this 4th quarter. We will spot of the 22 gain of 7 on the catch by Zink. So 4th and 8. We'll see what they like to do here. And looks like they'll have a shallow punt formation here. You got to get another man out there, Walski. And it's fake. It's a handoff. Bickett tossing towards Zink, and it's a catch for a 1st down. Whether it was a design fake or not, it's 4th down conversion. Bickett to Zink, back-to-back catches. That takes it down to the 35. For a catch of 13. Zink, who had -2 receiving yards in the first half. He's got 2 catches for 20 in the second half, and Carrington keeps the ball. 3 right. On left here, empty backfield as well for Bickett. Bickett rolling, tossing, and getting tackled immediately. Bendis on the stop there. On the loss there by Harrington. Go out to the 30. Loss of 5. Second and long there for the Cardinals. Harrington with -1 receiving yards here in the game. 4.5 remaining here in regulation. Kindred on their way to the quarterfinals. Carrington at least trying to put on some more points. Nice catch there by Harrington out to the 34. He's going to gain some of those yards back. Pickup of 4. And that's going to bring up here a 3rd and long. 3rd and 11. 29 at the 34. By the way, for Carrington, this is it's going to be their time for their longest drive of the game. As play number 7 here. With 7 plays with a penalty with a Bendis interception. Bickett tossing towards Zink. It's incomplete. Stops the clock there at 4:12. It's a 4th down. 4th and long there for the Cardinals. They're going to end their season at 6-4. By the way, as the foreboding bells toll here at Jerlo Field, a little bit of a maybe a bad omen as we get to a timeout here for Carrington. As Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. They handle it all from banking to insurance. Let them handle your requests. For more information, go online, kindredstatebank.com. Carrington, they lost their, they won their first 3, then lost 2, then won 3, and their last game was a loss. So the omen would tell you that it'd be a 2nd loss in a row, and that's what looks like it's going to happen. Again, they fell to Harvey Wells County 28-27, Park River area 24-22, and Bottineau 35-28. 10 points separate them from the 4th seed out of Region 2 to the 1 seed. They did beat Langdon Area Munich 27-19, their most convincing win of the season. They also beat Turtle Mountain 42-16, Rugby 35-14, Grafton 34-16, Beulah 32-18, and Southern McLean 34-0. Again, for the Vikings, they've given up their most points in a game at 14. Vikings this season with 5 shutouts. They allowed 6 against Belvidere Drake Cannabis Garrison, 12 against Wapenen. As it's 4th down, Bickett rolls, and he's sacked. And that should just about do it. Tyson Johnson with the sack and the TOD. Just to finish that thought on Kindred again, 6 against the Aggies, 12 against Wapenen. They allowed 7 against Central Cass and 13 against Thompson before the 14 here against Carrington. So just 52 total points allowed in 10 games, averaging just 5 points a game while scoring a whole bunch more than that. 13, 50, 48, 63, 48, 34, 51, 52, 36, and again, as it stands here, 42. 4:06 remaining here in the contest. As we get another backup, it's an inside handoff, bouncing to the outside, and keeps going, and ball comes out, and it rolls out of bounds. So Braden Olson on the carry there for Kindred. And we'll see where they mark it here. Was when it went out of bounds. They'll mark it back down at the 7. So it's 1st down there for Kindred. 1st and goal, the 7. On the I formation. Handoff Up the middle, not much work in there by Tanner Mengi. By the way, the backup quarterback, Jackson Schliemann, the freshman, is in for Kindred. Be a 2nd and goal at the 5.
2-yard gain. It's 2nd and goal from the 5.
And Kindred again taking their time here, under 3.5 to go. Looks like Carrington is going to get this ball one last time. Kindred won't be able to take it all the way down. As toss to Mengi, overthrew. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and goal, or 3rd and 5 rather. 3rd and goal at the 5. So again, with its 42-14 score, again, Kindred will have at least one more game here at Jerlo Field. They'll welcome the winner of Shiloh Christian and Ray Powers Lake in the quarterfinals. High formation there. Schliemann under center. Takes the snap, and look out from behind. He's able to get it off in time as Harrington was charging after him. It's an incomplete pass. 4th and goal at the 5. And do you let Andrew Haley come out here and kick a 22-yard field goal? Going to bring in off the sideline Javin Johnson. 4th and goal at the 5. We'll see what Kindred does here. Althoff in the backfield with Schliemann. And man in motion's Mengi. And we get a flag. And we're going to get a false start. So 4th and goal at the 10. Eli Mack will come in with the play from the sideline here in just a little bit. In for Johnson. As again, that 3rd unit out there right now. Try to get some of the numbers. Chris Fryer is out there along with Trevor Olson for the Vikings. Brody Mock is out there as well. 4th and goal at the 10. Schliemann tossing it up towards the end zone, and he caught it! Looks like Eli Mack with the catch. A 10-yard touchdown from Schliemann to Mack. Putting the exclamation point on this one. 48-14, and looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Maybe. And they will go for 2 here. Trying to put 50 on the board. As Schliemann rolls, and as his man, oh, it's incomplete. Braden Olson was the intended target. 2:20 remaining here in the contest. Kindred 48. Carrington 14.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
2:20 to go here in this one. James Martins, Max Bernier on the camera. We have our first final score, at least of the 9-man side. New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock off to the quarterfinals, 46-8 over North Prairie. As the Vikings look to finish things off here. Mengi on the kickoff here. And Carrington will get one last chance here to score some points A little bit of a dribbler and knocked off the helmet. And returnable there by Zink to the, well, doing a lot of dancing there around the 15. 2:11 to go here in this one. 11A score update, 15-14. Langdon area had more Munich. I think started the second half, leading Oaks. DLB trying to put an upset bid together after trailing in the first 3 minutes of the game to Killdeer 7-0. They have scored 22 of the last 29 points. They lead at 22-14. 4 minutes left to go in the opening half. Central Cass up big already over Botno, 28-6. 5 minutes to go in the half. Let's keep her rolling here. This Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency timeout. Velva Garrison, Drake Anamoose, right now they're on pace to have the most points in an 11A first-round contest. They lead 57-0 over Southern McLean halfway through the second quarter. Winner, again, Kindred is set to face the winner of Shiloh Christian, Ray Powers Lake. Shiloh leads at home 13-6. 2 minutes left in the first half. Harvey Wells County EEK tied at 7 at halftime. Bishop Bryan just starting the second. They lead Trinity 8-0. And 9-man scores. Cavalier 6 minutes away from pulling a big upset over North Border, 44-14. So with 2 minutes 11 seconds here, it's going to be a handoff and going to be a gain of 4, I believe. Taking the ball there, that's Jacob Beauchamps. And so time for a few more carries. 2nd and 7 on the 19. Second, third unit on defense. Backup quarterback is in as well for Carrington. This is Jacob Bradall. And here's a carry. There for Hayden Hoggle. Hoggle takes it across the 20 to the 21. 3rd and 6. With 66 seconds to go here in this postseason contest. The Kindred Vikings going to move on to the quarterfinals. As a direct snap there to Chase Ova. Makes it 4th and manageable there. About a 10-second differential between play clock and the game clock. So this game just lasting a tick over a couple hours. A little, or not quite 2 hours. I think kickoff at about 1:05. So just shy of a couple hours in this one. Again, the Kindred Vikings going to take the win. Carrington, again, they have to snap the ball one more time. On this 4th down, they'll run it up the field, and we might just let this one go down. They'll stop the clock at 4.5 seconds. On the turnover on downs. And we'll need one kneel down to finish the job here. Jerlo Field and Kindred. So Kindred again will move on to the quarterfinals. They'll win their 22nd straight contest. Carrington will finish the season at 6-4. And again, that'll do it. It is official. Kindred defeats Carrington 48-14. We're near liveevent.com. Kindred will take on the winner of Shiloh Christian and Ray Powers Lake in the quarterfinals. Carrington ends their season at 6-4. Coming back for the post game here next.
At Hefty Seed Company, We believe every great harvest starts with the right seeds. You can trust Hefty Seeds for the quality and performance that every farm needs. With over 50 years of innovation, they provide the highest quality seed varieties tailored for your soil. And with 13 locations in North Dakota and more opening every year, Hefty Seed helps you grow what matters most. Hefty Seed of New Rockford is right off of Highway 281. Call 701-947-2360. Visit heftyseed.com for more information. Hefty Seed Company. Agronomy answers yield.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Transform your home into a cozy retreat with Larson Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. From stylish heat and glow fireplaces that bring warmth and elegance to top-of-the-line Amana furnaces backed by a 10-year parts warranty for peace of mind. Need accessibility? They specialize in walk-in tubs for safety and comfort in your bathroom. Trust Larson Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Carrington for all your heating and plumbing needs. Call today for a free estimate, 701-652-5695.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
It's a final on YourLiveEvent.com. 48-14, the Kindred Vikings get the win over the Carrington Cardinals. As quick stats and storyline of the game here for you. Again, Kindred Carrington, it was a one-sided first half with Kindred scoring 42.6 touchdowns. For Carrington, they had on their sides 5 punts and an interception. Touchdowns for Kindred. Kylan Swenson had one from 31 to start the game, and one at the end of the first half for 2 yards. In between, Brooks Baco had a couple of touchdowns, a 23-yard receiving touchdown and a 55-yard punt return touchdown. Hunter Bendis with the interception led to a Tyson Johnson 1-yard rushing touchdown, and then Bendis got a 35-yard receiving touchdown there to make it with 6 extra points for Andrew Haley. Made the score 42-0 at the half. Kindred brought in their second unit, and Carrington took advantage after a Kindred fumble. Carrington scored a 43-yard touchdown. Josh Pickett to Maddox McAloney. 2-point extra point, no good. Made it 42-6. Then after a punt for 0 yards from Kindred, Carrington takes it down the field. 3 passing plays, a 15-yard reception from Tate Walski by Pickett, and a 2-point conversion for Harrington to make the score 42-14. Kindred would add one more late. The third-string quarterback there in Jackson Schleman finding Eli Mack in the end zone for the touchdown, and 2-point conversion's no good. Made the final score 48-14. Offensively here, as the wind is starting to pick up here, as we still got the window open with the camera out there, of course. 19-26. Let's start with Kindred first, actually. Starting quarterback Gabe Whipple had a nice first half, 7 of 8, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. On the ground, Kylan Swenson, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns off of, I believe, 9 carries. So averaged over 14 yards a carry. Let's see. Brock Johnson, carry for 5. Tyson Johnson, 5 carries for 27. And Miles Steele, just 4 carries for, 14 and 13, so 27 yards there. Brooks Bacco, 4 catches, 54 yards. Hunter Bendis, 2 catches for 70. And Sawyer Hess, catch for -1. Spellhog in the second half, catch for 22. And Fisher Johnson, a catch for 5. As well as Thiel just threw a couple of pass plays there. Other rushers in the second half for Kindred, other considerable rushers there. Clayton Althoff had 8 carries, 28 yards, and Asher Swenson, 3 carries for 17. Kindred just shy of 400 yards of total offense. Going to get about 400 yards of total offense there by the time you add up everybody's rushing attempts. A few rushers as well late in the game did not count or did not write down. For Carrington's side of things, Josh Pickett finishing the game 19 of 25, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. The leading receiver there was for the game was McAloney. He had 3 catches for 63 yards. Idland got a catch for 14. Zink with 4 catches for 18. Wolski had 4 catches for 18. Bickett, a couple catches for 26. Ryder Bickett, that is. And not a lot going on the ground there for Carrington. I think they had less than 10 yards of rushing. So, in the end, a big win for the Kindred Vikings over the Carrington Cardinals, 48-14. Kindred moves to 10-0 on the season. Carrington drops to 6-4 to end their season. Kindred moves on to the quarterfinals, and Carrington will head home as their season comes to an end. That's a quick look at the stats and storylines there of the game. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Hopefully have some post-game interviews on the way, and a little bit later on, the player of the game, some score updates as well. 48-14, Kindred defeats Carrington on YourLiveEvent.com.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976. Roadrunner Auto Tech Center wishes the Kindred Vikings football players, coaches, and staff the best of luck in the postseason. Let the crew at Roadrunner Auto Tech Center service your vehicle and keep it rolling down the road for miles to come. They have pride in their work, and it shows being in business for 26 years. Call 701-428-9953 to schedule your appointment or stop in and talk with Jeff, Dave, Mike, and Tammy at Roadrunner Auto Tech Center in Kindred. The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
If you're ready for a great meal, head over to West Main Pizza in Ada and Dilworth. They have a variety of pizzas like Supreme, Barbecue Chicken, The Reuben, Grandma G's Sloppy Joe, BLT, Hawaiian, Vegetarian, and more. West Main Pizza also serves nachos and tacos, great pasta dishes, panini sandwiches, subs, and salads. West Main Pizza at 320 East Main Street in Ada and 111 15th Street Northeast in Dilworth. Check them out online at westmainpizza.net.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassi Precision Ag.
And we're coming on back here with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And Enbridge Life takes energy. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Brooks Baco is our Player of the Game here today. And Brooks, with a great receiving touchdown. And right after that, you get a punt return touchdown. You had to be feeling pretty juiced after that point.
Yeah, we always want to come out and start strong. And, we did that. We scored on, I know for sure, our first 4 drives, I believe it was. So that's always good, and defense got a lot of stops to give us the offense back.
And when you're working with different guys, of course, used to working with Jake and knowing how he is, but then working with Gabe, how is that trying to adjust between the quarterbacks?
Yeah, just a lot of practice, and in practice, throwing the ball around and running a lot of routes in the free time and stuff like that.
And let me close this window here. Get the wind out of there. There you go. Brooks, tell me what it means to you to be able to get this win early and to not have any surprises there when it was looking like Carrington might have made some things happen in the second half.
You can't get to where we want to go if you lose the first. So we just came out and played as hard as we could, and job's not finished.
It's Brooks Baco, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here tonight, this afternoon, I should say. Brooks, congratulations. Best luck there in the quarterfinals.
Thank you.
And we'll bring in there Hunter Bendis. He's still hanging around there. There's Hunter Bendis. And Hunter, big interception. Carrington was driving. They were looking like they were going to make a game of it. And then you maybe come out with the play of the game and give it back to your Kindred side. What did you see there out on that play?
So all week we've been watching film. Burgad's a big film guy, and we know that they like that running back wheel right out of the backfield. So I got my drop, saw the running back coming, and was able to jump it and get the pick.
And turn that into a touchdown as well. What did you see on that play?
Coach Starcevic, he saw something in their defense where they weren't paying attention to me when I was at tight end, so he called in a perfect play for me, and Gabe was able to hit me in stride for a touchdown.
Seemed like everybody kind of was involved there in that first half, kind of a picture-perfect first half. What maybe do you guys have to look at and think about going into the quarterfinals to try and improve?
Yeah, there's always things to improve, just like assignments sharp everywhere, just making sure there's no gaps anywhere in the run scheme, and just making sure receivers know their routes and the depths, and just being sharp all around.
Big win here on this home field. Got to be good to get this in front of the fans.
Yeah, it's fun. Great community. Kindred always shows up, and they're always just a great crowd.
Hunter Bendis joining us here on the post game. Hunter, thanks for the time. Congratulations. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
All right, and we will step away here for a little bit more. We'll come on back with some more post game comments. Maybe get a coach or two as well here on your live event.
Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
I'm PJ Rund, and I live in Mission Court in Ada, Minnesota. Here, there are a lot of people like it here. Well, what could be better?
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators, and there's always some activities around here.
You can't help but like it here. That's what I say.
Life is full of surprises, and at Bickett Insurance Agency of Carrington, they're here to protect what matters most to you. Bickett Insurance is your local auto owner's insurance agency, offering home, auto, business, crop, health, or life insurance with personalized solutions tailored to your needs and budget. With over 20 years of experience, trust Bickett Insurance Agency to provide you with peace of mind. Let's ensure your future is secure with Bickett Insurance Agency services, serving Foster and Stutzman counties and throughout the state of North Dakota. Bickett Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agency, protecting what matters most.
Coming on back here on YourLiveEvent.com, James Martin's here in the press box following the game. Again, 48-14, the Kindred Vikings with the win over the Carrington Cardinals. Let's take a look here at the scoreboard and kind of see here. We'll let the great B.J. Walters walk on through here. Safe travels there, buddy. As, again, 48-14, the final score here. Take a look at some nine-man scores here, first of all. Some nine-man scores. Lemoore Litchfield Marion, number one team. They are leading Hankinson 76-13. The Lobos, 2 minutes left to go in the third. They are ready, getting ready to continue their postseason streak there. Big upset here in Pembina. Cavalier over North Border, 44-14. The battle of Pembina County goes to the Tornadoes. They get the upset. They're off to the quarterfinals. Another final. New Rockford Cheyenne-Maddock defeats last year's state champion North Prairie, 46-8. Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 9 minutes to go in the game. They are leading Griggs Dakota 28-16. Wyndmere Lidgerwood came back after trailing big time to Mayport CG at the half. They may be the comeback kids of the nine-man season. They're looking to get an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. Linton HMB, Strasburg, Zeeland. At the end of the first half, they lead South Border 8-0. West Oak Newburgh Glenburn, 6 minutes to go in the third. They lead Alexander 38-8. Grant County Flasher leading Central McLean 14-6 at the end of the half. And Mohawk Lansford Sherwood, same score over South Prairie Max, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Final here, other finals, no other finals yet in 11A. It's a great one in Langdon area. Edmore Munich leading Oaks 27-22. Fourth quarter just started. Oaks with the ball. Really good one out in Killdeer. Killdeer having a once-in-a-generation season. 22-22. They're tied with DLB, Delax Burlington, at the end of the first half. Central Cass well on their way to the quarterfinals. They lead Botno 42-6. At halftime, again, if Central Cass and Kindred win their quarterfinal matchups, they'll meet each other here at Jerlo Field in a couple of weeks. Velva Garrison, Drake Animus puts up 57 against Southern McLean at the half, 57-0. Shiloh Christian edging Ray Powers Lake 13-6 at the end of the first half. Harvey Wells County, 3 minutes to go in the third. They're leading EEK, Allendale Edgeley Collin 14-7. And Bishop Ryan leading Dickinson Trinity in the most unique score you'll see in this postseason so far, 15-3. 15-3 right now. 2 minutes to go in the second. So as it stands right now, taking a look here at the brackets and looking at what's final and what's known so far. Again, Kindred will host either Shiloh Christian or Ray Powers Lake in the quarterfinals next week. And that's the only final we have right now, of course, in A. Out in nine-man, again, a few more finals coming in. Cavalier will take on the winner of Linton HMB, Strasburg Zeeland, and South Border. In their contest, New Rockford Cheyenne-Maddock will host Grant County Flasher or Central McLean. They'll host that winner, so no full matchups yet, but from the looks of it, score lines, looks like Lemoore Litchfield Marion will move on to the quarterfinals. Still a quarter to go out there in Lemoore, as what looks to be reported. South Prairie Max, Mohawk Lansford Sherwood will meet Lemoore Litchfield Marion, looks like, in the quarterfinals. And then, of course, in 11A, from the looks of it here right now, Central Cass looks to be, if they hold on against Bottineau, if they continue on against Bottineau, they will face either Bishop Ryan or Dickinson Trinity. So some matchups possible. We'll hang around here a little bit while longer, see if Eric Bergan makes his way up to the box. Otherwise, we'll come back and wrap things up here on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, it's the final. Kindred 48, Carrington 14.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
We love our pets, accidents and messes included. Shaw Floor's Pet Perfect Carpet helps you love confidently with protection from everyday messes and odors. Designed with the whole family in mind, Pet Perfect features built-in protection from staining, fading, and pet hair. Make tails wag with Shaw Floor's Pet Perfect. Designed for you, perfect for your pet.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Again, it's a final here, 48-14. Kindred defeats Carrington on your live event. A little bit later on, I will put a recap out there on rjbroadcasting.com so you can get a little bit of insight on the stats and storyline of the game. We'll get that up later on today. And as well, games going on still right now. Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Hankinson on your live event, and Central Cass Bottineau. Game still going on your live event. As far as the future is concerned, next week, the postseason, stay tuned to yourliveevent.com. We'll give you all the updates once they become official on our broadcast schedule. In the meantime, some Minnesota action going on today as well as taking a look at your live event schedule over the next few days. Again, Minnesota Section 8A football semifinals, Polk County West and Mahnomen-Waban going on here right now. Look into that. It's 31-0. Thunderbirds look like they are on the way to the section championship. Also, the Northern Minnesota Robotics Conference Championships going on right now. That is still going on live. Jack Albee and Preston DeVille on the coverage there of that. And let's see here. On Monday, just one game, Thompson Northern Cass volleyball, and then a whole host of games on Tuesday. You can check it all out, the entire schedule, at yourliveevent.com. But again, as far as our postseason football schedule following this weekend, you'll have to stay tuned, and we'll let you know once those matchups become official. But from all of us here at yourliveevent.com, that'll wrap things up here on the post game. Again, Kindred 48, Carrington 14. The Vikings move on to the quarterfinals to face either Shiloh Christian or Ray Powers Lake. For Max Bernier on the camera, I'm James Martin saying football fans everywhere, especially in the state of North Dakota, show some pride.